So perpendicular lines. Two lines are perpendicular if they form a right angle so that we're talking about 90 degrees. Okay. And let's get into the specifics of the slopes. The product of their slopes is -1. So that means the two lines have to have the following qualities. Slopes, as we saw from the little demonstration we did on Desmos, are one, opposite, and number two, reciprocal. We got those two things going for it, for the slopes. Then they're basically perpendicular. So you'll probably see this in a textbook or two, because you'll revisit this again in geometry for those of you that take it next year. Huh? Next year. Huh? Geometry. Geometry. Geo, as in measurement of the earth. M times M perpendicular equals -1. You see this little symbol there, upside down T? That's a shorthand for perpendicular. So if you're wondering what kind of symbol is Mr. Contreras throwing at us this time, this stands for perpendicular. We love our symbols in math. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll do a few problems with this. So we're going to have stuff like this. We're going to, kind of like what we did Wednesday with parallel lines, but this time with perpendiculars. We're going to write the equation of a line that is perpendicular to the one given. So write the equation of a line perpendicular to the given line and going through the given point. So in case you were wondering, that again stands for perpendicular. So say I want a line that's going to go through the point -1, -3. And it's going to be perpendicular to this equation, x minus 3y equals -6. So that's an equation in standard form. Remember how we had those on Wednesday? Yeah, we solve for it. So start by subtracting x. So let's put this into slope intercept. mainly to find the slope. And we'll get negative 3y equals negative x, take away 6. We'll divide this by negative 3. And we're going to get 1/3. So y equals 1/3 x plus 2. And we did all that work to get what piece of information from this? The slope. We're hunting for this slope. Yeah, so the slope for this one is 1/3. So we want, what we're looking for is the slope for, usually we write it this way, m perpendicular. So if it's 1/3, we want something opposite reciprocal to it for our new slope. Negative 3. Yeah, the opposite would be negative. The reciprocal of 1/3 would be positive. Would be 3. So now we have a slope for the line we want to make, which is negative 3. We have a point, negative 1, negative 3. Let's put all that into point slope form. So now we're going to write our equation starting in point slope form to get it into slope intercept. Y plus 3 equals x plus 1. We'll start with it this way and then just solve it till it's in slope intercept. So let's see here. Distribute, so y plus 3 equals negative 3x minus 3. Lots of 3's on this one. Get rid of this 3. And we're done almost. Y equals negative 3x minus 9. Minus 6. So if we were to graph both these lines, they would be perpendicular. And the second line would go through the point negative 1, negative 3. Okay. Any questions? Let's do another one. We're going to do a total of 3, so this will be the second of 3. So this time our equation, or our point for the equation, is 12, negative 2. We want a line that goes through 12, negative 2, and is going to be perpendicular to 3x plus y. Oh, did I go off? Huh. Okay. Well, when in doubt. Let me rewrite this one. Okay. Let's do 2x plus y equals 11. Okay, so we got 2x plus y equals 11. So what are we going to do here? And so it's y equals and we stop. Now that's in slope intercept, which tells us we know the slope. So the slope for our first line is -2. So what's the slope for the line that's going to be perpendicular to that? 1/2. Opposite and reciprocal. Opposite, so it's going to be positive, and reciprocal 1/2. Okay? So let's take that slope and that point and put it into point slope. So y plus 2 equals 1/2 x minus 12. And let's solve that one. We want half of this, so it's 1/2 x minus 6. And we'll get rid of this 2. And looks like that's -8. Y equals 1/2 x minus 8. So this line would be perpendicular to our other line. Okay, we'll do one more. Okay. So for this line, it's -24, comma 6. And the equation for this one is -6x plus 5y equals -8. So let's figure out the slope for this one by putting it into slope intercept. Plus 6x (5y) is 6x minus 8. And let's figure out this part by dividing. We're going to get 6/5 x. 5 doesn't go into 8, so I'm just going to write this as -8/5. Are we worried about that? Not really, because are we even going to do anything with -8/5? No. What we care about is +6/5. Okay. So our perpendicular, I'm going to do the rest of the work here. The perpendicular slope is what? -5/6. Okay. That we do need. And now let's just plug it into point slope. What is that going to be? Y minus 6 equals negative wow. This one looks pretty technical. Okay, let's distribute -5/6. Okay, so y minus 6 equals -5/6 x, and now we're going to multiply -5/6 times +24. 6 goes into 24 4 times, right? So 6 into 24 is 4. You multiply that 4 times -5, you get Okay, and now let's just get rid of the 6. Y equals -5/6 x minus 14. And all that work to get this equation. If we graph this one and if we graph these two, it would definitely form that right angle and would go through that point. All right. So the assignment is to do, I think there's 10 of those. Okay, so it's on Delta Math, everybody's favorite, right? All right. So go ahead and now you can open up those Chromebooks and let's take a quick look. There's 3 examples we're going to go through together.